It's Halloween at Callaway. What can you expect this time of year for this?
Pumpkins.
And much more.
Pumpkins as well.
All right, come and join us. Check it out. This is Pear's Callaway series. And here we are at Callaway's very own Pumpkins at Callaway event. This is an annual tradition that started not that long ago, actually. I think actually this is our fourth year, and we've been going since the second year, so 5 years now. We've been this is the 5th year of Pumpkins at Callaway, and every year they've been adding to this event, and this year they've got a whole lot more going on than they've had before.
It looks great.
Now, to be honest, there's not really a whole lot new events to do, but what they don't have in new events, they certainly have an improved main stage areas. By the main stage, we are here at Robin Lake. Yes, you remember Robin Lake from a previous video. It is now been closed as a beach and turned into this scent area for our Pumpkins at Callaway Center area. You have a place where you can actually buy pumpkins, brand new to this year. You have the central pumpkin tree-like thing that happens every year. The newly renovated and updated lighting to our vendor that sells the same type of food, but you don't have to go there. You can actually go down to the special vendors that they have here, and we'll be taking a look at those first. But there's also further down, you can see some lights down there, the special light display that they have that you can walk through, as well as an auditorium where you can get a character meet and greet and a small gift shop and some small baked goods as well from there. Also, one of the things that we'll be heading towards soon enough is the trolley area will feature Cason's corn maze, which is always one of the top highlights of this event. And you'll be also doing a few other things around Cason's as well. But first, we're going to go check out the food. But before we head to the food area, let's look at this previous footage from earlier where you can see the parking lot area. This is the overflow, actually, area that we've never had to utilize before, primarily because there is a lot of people here for this event. And I think part of the reason there's so many people here today is because there is word of mouth of how much this event has improved. This is their stage area that they have here, where they'll play music and try to get some interactive things to do, particularly with kids and families, but obviously not limited to that. Here's a close-up look at our vendors. The Georgia Gale right here is a brand new vendor that we have this year. They do hot dogs and tots and whatnot, pretzels. This is usually a vendor that shows up at Christmas. Have the best pretzels. Apple dumpling stand, which I've never had, so I can't honestly say how good that is. Got two common vendors here that sell similar things. They do seem to have some new items, I see. But anything from funnel cakes and fries and Philly cheesesteak and whatnot. In the past, never always been the best vendor. This is where the kettle corn is. And another new one is Mommy's and Panda Nuts. That's the place I'm trying tonight, today, tonight, whatever you want to call it. It's night, it's past. But that's going to be, we're kind of at the end of it, but obviously we're watching at the beginning. Also, pavilions updated, got some nice seating areas there as well. All right, so we'll start with you, Gale.
Yes.
You got at our newest vendor, the Georgia Gal, the loaded.
I got the loaded tater tots. I did not get the bacon on them, but even without the bacon, they still look delicious.
All right, so now we need to know the question: how do they taste?
Those are some solid tater tots. Nice seasoning. Great crisp. Very nice and soft on the inside. Sour cream goes great with it. Only complaint is the cheese is a little cheap tasting, but other than that, it is a great combination.
Okay.
Would recommend.
Now, my sister went to the pretzel place, which usually is just at the Fantasy and Lights event, but this year they are here today as well, which they serve some of the best pretzels that there is. And what did you get this time?
So at the pretzel place, I got a pretzel wrap hot dog with, this is a separate side that you have to buy for $1. This is some cheese sauce. So I've never had the pretzel hot dog before or their cheese sauce, so I'm curious as to how it is.
I don't think I've had cheese sauce before either. I think that might be a new add-on.
Pretzel's good. The hot dog's good. Cheese really complements it. It's a little bit colder, but I think that's just because from the walk over here it had a chance to cool down because they keep this enclosed so that it stays warm.
Okay.
I also went to the same place that Gale went. Instead, I got the plain tater tots, so here's how these are. Decent hot dogs. I'm definitely going to be dipping them into the cheese sauce for that.
All right, and what I got, first off, let me go with the drink here. So this was at the pretzel place. They have their own blend of tea here. So you can choose from the original sweet tea, a peach tea, or a strawberry tea. I think I've gotten the strawberry tea a few times, or once or twice maybe, but I usually get their peach tea from here. And this stuff is really good normally. Oh my goodness. And it's really good. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm getting myself one of these for myself later.
Yeah, I kid you not. That pretzel vendor is probably one of the best vendors here, bar none. Now, food-wise, there's a new food truck, or vendor, however you want to put it. It is a empado. I've not really had empadas much, but they have 3 vegetarian, well, I did a pick 3. There are probably about 4 vegetarian ones. 4 or 5. There's one that I did not get, had a lot of onions in it, so I was not getting that one. They also have a dessert one, so I was interested in that, but I just got the 3 main meal ones, and we'll see which one this is. Not sure, got a lot of cheese out of it. Oh, I think this is the margarita one. Basically like margarita pizzas with the tomato and cheese. But in pot form. This is great. It's not too hard. It's very soft considering its hard shell. So it works really well. We'll see what's in this one. So this is the mushroom and I can't remember what it is. I'll have the thing showed up later, but it's got mushrooms in it. That one's good. It's got a very definitely cooked mushroom, not a fresh mushroom sort of deal, like canned or something like that. This is definitely the corn. That one's very good too. This one's got a more unique taste. If you like sort of a pizza-like taste, the margarita one is a very safe one. These are all really good. So definitely give these a try. They're really not like something too exotic to have at all. It's kind of like having almost like a Hot Pocket, but obviously the outer shell is just a little different. Also forgot, it came with the dipping sauce, so I need to try it with the dipping sauce. This is what it looks like. Little vinegary, adds a little extra flavor to it. Very good compliment to it though. And of course you can't come to Pumpkins at Callaway with their pumpkin sale. Now you don't necessarily have to buy a pumpkin, but it does make sense. A pumpkins event where you sell pumpkins. Funny enough though, this is the first time that they've actually done this. This is a new thing for this year. A lot of small things, but all necessary things. You go to a pumpkins event, you expect to buy pumpkins. You know, you would think that makes sense. Improvements on vendors, their overall aesthetic this year. So, this definitely could be a big reason why there's so many more people. So these pumpkins, they're priced on their stem, near the stem there. You see this is $8. Generally most of the pumpkins seem to be priced around the 7 to 10. There's one that's $6. See the one you want?
Yep, so these are the pumpkins. This one here is $7. It's grown on me a little bit because it's got, you know, it's one of the pumpkins that's kind of concave in, as well as its tiny little nub of a stem. Also, bubbles.
What about right here?
Sounds good to me.
On the way down to the trolley, you gotta take a little walk along Robin Lake Beach like we did. And if you remember from the past video, the restrooms that were closed are now open. So that's a good little place to have a restroom break while you're waiting for the trolleys to come. There's also a nice little entranceway here. You get wristbands at the front gate, and you can get them for entry. Now, if you went through the gardens earlier in the day, you can actually go to a pavilion that's on the walkway. And it looks like we're just in time for a trolley ride. So let's get on. Here we go. It's very efficient this year. We got on right away, and obviously,
Yeah.
got started right away too. It didn't take them long to load people, so probably because there's more people.
No, I don't know if we're gonna get photos of it or what photos of this, but if you see another trolley coming back, there is what seems to be a Callaway tradition of saying happy whatever holiday it isn't.
I think Christmas is usually like, no, Easter. I think
Easter,
Easter's,
yeah.
Easter's the common one. Speaking of, they're getting ready for their Christmas event down there. Lights down that way indicating the main area. And then of course those lights down there are where we're headed. We're stopped right now. I think we're waiting on the other trolleys to process. Here comes one now.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Yep, exactly what I thought. Back on the move. Getting closer. We're here. Just got to park ourselves and walk over to the area. There's the other area down there. No pets past this point. We are approaching Cason's garden, which is the corn maze entrance here. They've got some plants sitting here. They've done a pretty good job of lining off things this year. Here we are. Welcome. You'll see to the left is the corn maze. You've got some nice little designs and vegetable garden and whatnot. Okay, this is the sunflower garden area. It's more of a kids area for like playing around.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree. Sunflowers are for every age. They're beautiful.
However, at nighttime, one of the big highlights, obviously, is to try to go around this corn maze. There are two versions of it normally. We'll have to see if there are this time.
There is.
Okay. One's the easier version, and then there's a slightly harder version. This is what the corn maze looks like this year. Butterfly design, which is appropriate. And then there's the entrance. We're going to do the corn maze first.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
All right. All right. Rules followed. Time to listen to music, play in the lights, and go through this corn maze. This particular corn maze, I think, is probably the easier one of the two because it's. I think we take left. Or not. Seems to be more openness to this one. Unless, of course, it. Maybe this is not.
No.
We are in the process of this, but this is a pretty straightforward one, I think, for the most part, where it's going to dead end fairly quickly. So if you're going the wrong way, you should know pretty easily. Ran into one of the dead ends, but at some of these you get these quest things, and this one's a butterfly. So this is additional things to do. On with the journey.
Non-path path.
I think it goes in a circle. I don't know.
This is the path.
All right, let's go this way. I mean, I think it goes both ways, go the same, or not. Whatever.
This is a circle.
Oh, it's a circle?
I think
He's right. This is a circle.
So we go the other one. What?
No, that's
Which one?
through the...
I think we. Okay, well, that's. All right. We're definitely doing it now. All right. Yep.
We ended up completing the corn maze. The best thing to do if you do this is be wary of false paths. Some people push through the corn and make their own paths. They will lead you astray. Only stick to the paths that are covered with mulch.
So now we're doing the one that's supposed to look like the butterfly. All right, already we got a fork in the road. I had no idea because I didn't pay attention to it.
Lead.
A little bit darker in this area. We're starting to get to some lights though now. I'm employing basic corn maze theory here with this. I don't think those are trustworthy paths. Which is, the idea for this is, I think you very much are wanting to get out as far as possible, and then it's going to curve back more inland. Is this? I think this is. Okay. So we're going to move through generally to the left side. If you stay that way, you might run into a few dead ends, but you can easily come back and just stay left, and eventually you'll get out. May run into a few blocks, but at least you won't get totally lost if you just randomly select things. All right. Well, that one was initially kind of iffy, but once we got through it, it got through the main part. It was pretty straightforward. We got through it faster than I thought. Love this thing.
Oh, absolutely love corn mazes, by the way. And this one, I really like the lights that shine throughout the corn maze. And honestly, the fake paths give it a little bit of an extra challenge, which I don't necessarily mind.
Yeah.
Recommend the big one as well.
I think if you got the kids and you're looking to do those little placards, those are always going to be at the big box ones. So, you know, it's a good idea to kind of follow a consistent pattern. That way you don't get yourself lost, but maybe you might be able to explore as much as possible. Of course, you can always cheat. Take a picture of the maze on the placard. I just kind of try to look at it, get a general idea. All right, now with corn mazes out of the way, let's look at the rest of the garden. There are a few other additional features here.
Giant pumpkins.
Yep, the giant pumpkins are one of the highlights here at Cason's garden. The little barn house area. And you'll see as we get closer to it, some of these giant pumpkins. The Victory Garden. This is our that's funny. This is a little barn area, and you'll see down here the giant pumpkins. And there's the little sort of sitting area where you can do some sitting for cuts, because in the seating area they have some additional vendors here. So yes, we have vendors at the main area at Robin Lake, but at Cason's there are some other things. Gales.
For reference, this is how big these things are. Huge, absolutely ginormous. I think pumpkins are cool, and giant pumpkins are extra cool.
All right, as we check out the barn area, which is the Hand Mercantile, as it's labeled, has some gift shop soup. We light up pumpkins and wands and swords. There's also a few other little glow items, plushes, and whatnot here as well. Cowboy hats. Gale might like that. Muscadines. Fall vibes. Ooh. Chocolate frozen bars. Foodstuffs. Much to drink right now. One time this vendor had hot apple cider. It was a couple years ago. I haven't had it since. I don't even see anything like that this year. Another chilling station here. Just the random light of Callaway Resort Gardens. And then of course you got a few vendors there for sweets and harvest treats and the garden bar.
Observation I've made this year, us behind here with the garden bar and stuff like that, there only used to be bars over there. There is now a treat stand and a food vendor, which I think are great additions, because it was always disappointing to come over here and find out it's all alcohol.
Also, this area, while it is pretty quiet right now, when it's earlier in the day, does have a lot of different activities. They probably cleared up the activities because it is getting towards that time where I think they want people to start leaving Cason's Gardens, because the last trolley is coming here is not coming anymore. So they're kind of wrapping up a lot of their stands in this particular area. And we're going to check the vendors here, and then we're going to head back. And of course, as the vendors are leaving, we're not going to be able to get any of these. They do have Dacho's Dippin' Dots, which are funnel fries and churros, which you can get to dip with your dots, and pumpkin spice fluff. Very interesting. Also, at their eat menu, they have what is a white cheddar mac and cheese bowl, mac and cheese and smoked sausage, pulled pork, and a jalapeno cheddar rod and pumpkin chili. We came to this event rather late because we wanted to at least make sure we took advantage of the night scenery here. But they do close at 9 o'clock most of the days. So yeah, you only get like 2 hours to do it. But if you plan your event out well, you can actually come here earlier in the day and then go to the maze and just play with the various events. They've got cornhole a lot of times and other various activities here. So as long as you've got things to do during the day, I prefer personally if you do the corn maze at night. It's a lot more fun. And then of course the display on the way back. A little bumpy, a little fast, but you see where we're heading, back over towards Robin Lake Beach. The Lake View Bar there is open as well. We did that in our Robin Lake Beach video, so you can kind of see that to kind of get an idea of what they got there. There's also the playground, which is open for kids around this time. And we are currently heading to the light display. There's some newer displays out here this time for sure. Yeah, it actually looks like they've moved the little bridge area closer to the light display, which kind of makes sense. Also, the putt-putt is available as well. They're doing the glow by night, so it's basically the same thing that we showed, except now at night everything is glowing. What's that? Oh yeah, down there. It's time to enter into the pumpkin forest. Also, the seizure-prone guests might want to be careful with this. What'd you find there?
They're playing Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Oh my! Oh, it's a scarecrow blocking the road. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. All right, playing Ghost of Mr. Chicken up here. That's quite funny. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, it's a butterfly section for Hitchcock music too. I mean, I saw the owls. One owl over there. Illuminated pumpkins. There's some on the ground there too.
Glowy socks.
Yep.
Glowy wristband.
And then we got the giant pumpkin here. The sunflower pumpkin stalks. That's pretty cool. now an area that you can either bypass or go to, depending on how you want to do it, was opened up last year. Can barely see it, but it's called Foggy Hollow because it's quite foggy when you come in here. This is actually the foggiest that I think it's ever been in the 2 or 3 years that they've had it.
Here's the water.
Yes, totally real water. The sort of laser-like light show in this area. The projection this year has a lot more things to it. And there's sound this year. Oh,
There was a fox. It was extra floofy.
yeah. It's your spirit animal. Oh, any more? Rabbits.
It's the floofy.
Ah, the bubbles. Don't eat the bubbles.
Keep my eye closed.
Touching the top of the ground.
They make little rings. Oh, look at this one.
Oh, there we go.
I used to, my grandfather.
There it is. Pops and smokes. Just in time for Alfred Hitchcock Presents, we've got Spider. Stay off the display. All right, wrapping things up with our music from Callaway.
The Callaway song.
Yep. All right, now we're heading in to the tent to check out what's in here.
I'm excited. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
What's that?
Yeah, axe throwing for kids and arts and crafts.
Oh yeah. There's the character meet and greet right there.
Spookly, the square pumpkin.
Yep. He's
It's a movie
down there.
We need to watch it at some point.
We've got a nice little pumpkin area here. And of course the gift shops, little vendors and face painting. There's the snack area down there and the main gift area, which is down there. Fortunately, the Sweet Treat Emporium is closed now, but apparently they have hot fresh donuts. They usually have bakery items as well. And then, of course, as we're wrapping up here, you can kind of see some of the things in the gift area. Some of the same stuff you might have saw back at Cason's.
Bourbon maple sugar. Smells really good.
Candles, of course. Yep, let's check it out. Unfortunately, couldn't spend much time looking at stuff. I was thinking about doing some things, but running low on time. This has certainly become an event that you probably want to come earlier to get all the daytime stuff out of the way and then focus on the nighttime events so you can get everything done, because 6, 7, 8, 9, only 4 hours worth of activities, and we had basically half that amount of time. So we tried to get a lot of stuff in a short period. We didn't do the putt-putt golf, which they had, and there are a few events we kind of sped through a little bit. But we spent a lot of time at our favorite places and some of the more highlights of it. So it's closing time at the Callaway, and so we have to call it a day. Like I said, 4 hours normally for this event, so you might want to take advantage of that. There's quite a few things to do. It depends on what your interest level is for everything. We tried to get as much as we could within the time, but we only had about 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2.5 hours when we got here, and ran out of time for a lot of things. So Thoughts?
Oh, you go first.
It was very nice. I certainly enjoyed it. Despite it being as crowded as it was, more crowded than we had been to in the past, it was still enjoyable. We weren't like on top of everybody.
I agree with her. It was surprisingly good for how busy it was. And of course, I always enjoy pumpkins at Callaway, but it was starting to get in pretty bad shape, and I'm really glad that they're getting it fixed up and stuff like that, because it's so much better.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The last pumpkins event that we did, I was not too thrilled with it. I felt like that it really wasn't adding a whole lot, and the quality to it didn't really give a whole lot other than the corn maze. But if you have the membership, you can get discounted tickets, which is nice. Makes it a lot more affordable and worthwhile to go. And now with all the different aesthetics, again, they didn't really add much to it this year, but what they did far exceeds, honestly, what they've could have done through adding, because they amped up the quality of everything. The people working were at various stations. Things were well coordinated, organized, and while this was probably the busiest night that we've ever been at Pumpkins, I think this is probably my favorite night that we've had at Pumpkins, to be honest, just because of how well coordinated and organized everything was, and how nice everything was, how good the food was. So yeah, overall, Pumpkins at Callaway is another winner of an event, and with the discounts, it's something that you definitely should not miss out on for the Halloween season. And that's all we're going to do tonight. And for this episode, join us next month for another special Callaway series video. And until then, I'm Trojan.
And I'm Gale.
I'm Melanie.
We had our adventure. Now it's time for you to have yours. Bye-bye.
Bye.